I'm live from the new Venice location. This is our warehouse, Venice Pen Shop, Venice1938.com on the internet. And we've been around since before 1938, but formally since 1938. There's always been questions about when the store started. But right now we're relocating from Little Rock, Arkansas to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and setting up a new warehouse where we used to be primarily retail. Now we're primarily internet and a little bit of retail. So I'm going to take you on a journey while we are setting up the new space. So join me. Hey! Hello. Wasn't sure if everybody would be outside or enjoying the heat of summer, and I'm being sarcastic if you're from the south. It's actually a cold front right now. So you can see we've got paper set up. More paper. Dion has moved into the Midori brand because there's so much of it. It's going to take some time to set that up. Stickers, stamps. You can hear Mike in the background packing and shipping. This is the beginning of the bottles of ink right there. You can see Ackerman is the beginning of the alphabet. Actually, we'll have Aurora there too, but Ackerman is the beginning of the alphabet. Hello, hello as people join. And continuing on, you can see it just goes on and on. And this is the warehouse that we're moving the store into. And then here's everybody's favorite part. There, wait, there. Ink samples. And there's bottles of Robert Oster. I'm having a little trouble figuring that out. There you go. You can see. This used to be, this was an arcade. And it was also at one point a skate park. So the artwork we decided to leave in the back. And we've remodeled a few things. But the walls made sense to stay as they were. Kind of cool. There was some painting done and there's some splatters on the floor. Those were not ours. We will add ours. You can be certain of that. And this is how it looks right now because we're still moving. And so if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'm going to talk about things that I like because one of the girls that is helping us, her name's Karina, and she and I were talking about pens. She asked me personally what I liked and what I was using, and I thought, well, maybe we should do this public because she and I were discussing things we like and don't like in terms of pens. It says organized. Can y'all laugh with me? Timmy said so organized. I think it is an organized chaos, probably. It doesn't feel organized when you're in the middle of this mess right now. This is so much better. I may do like I did some hyperlapses, so I can always add those on. And you can see this is Mike's area. And there's actually boxes going out and orders being pulled right over there. So let me flip the camera. Say hi, Karina. Hi. And you can see, I'm trying to drag it down because I'm actually working on Rickshaw. I finished Galen yesterday and getting it on the shelves. She's actually working on Twisby. And we keep having to rearrange shelves. You can see some of the messes. So we are able to pull orders. And yes, I had McDonald's sweet tea, y'all. That's right there. It required sweet tea kind of day. Here in Arkansas, it's super hot. And this is Kayla pulling orders. And it's looking great though. I'm impressed that y'all are still pulling and shipping. My order will be here Monday, somebody said. Yay! Well, we had a goal and we weren't sure we could hit it. And I'll show you guys, this is Clairefontaine. And some of the brands we kind of skipped. We left gaps for them, but we realized certain brands were harder to pull. And I only had help for so long. Like, when you have really good friends, they either come to work for you or they come take their vacation days for you because they're amazing humans. And I'm blessed. And so you can see we were going down the alphabet here. We're not able to set up Rhodia. It's going to go here, but there's just a lot of Rhodia. You can see we set it up so the diamond kind of has its own world. And it's pretty exciting to be here. Let me take y'all to the retail space and then we will come back and Karina and I will talk about what we liked in our pens. We both like hooded nibs. Who knew? Okay, one of the front. It's dark up there, but I want you guys to kind of see it. So we had this built so people could, one, it keeps the air out, like when we're not using it, but this will be the retail space, y'all. Look at that. That's going to be where people can play with and test ink. This will be the corner where we can have stickers and stamps and stuff like that that hang. And this will be pens, inks, more pens, you can see. And then I don't have the lights on. And then classrooms. I'm so excited about having a classroom, y'all. This is because I want to be able to have meetups and events in here. Even though, you know, we're at the edge of Northwest Arkansas. It's not exactly a, like, big city, but that's part of what we wanted was to. So this will be an event area. What do you guys think? And we'll be doing the do-it-yourself Kawaii probably in here when we have that set up. You can see in the front, I can't really get close right now, but it's Grandpa Van as his photo. But yeah, this is the retail space. But mostly, thank you. It is a great space. We did a lot of remodeling work. This was something that I wanted so badly. I like this finish enough that I actually wanted it in my house. And so this paint is dark gray and y'all can't tell, but we can close it off so that nobody has to see all this. So I do a podcast called On the Paper Trail, and I've been on other people's podcasts, so this is going to be a podcast space. We just haven't gotten it decorated yet. Because I do every 2 weeks on the Paper Trail with Joe Kreis and I. And you can see some pens were already put on the shelves, but a lot of it, if you're buying Pilot right now, this is how you're shopping it, and this is how it was before we left the other store too. But because the new TWSBI is coming out, we decided prioritize, right? You have this without the chaos. Well, and this is home for me, so. Hey Lydia, by the way, hey. And there's Karina again through the fixtures. So she's doing TWSBI right there, and I'm gonna flip the camera because I'm actually working on rickshaw, and they're an aisle apart the way we have it set up. So when she and I were talking, she asked me the question of what pens I like to use, and then I showed her some pens that I like but I don't use because I'll play with them all the time. So the Diplomat Viper is one that I really like, but I don't use it because I will play with the magnetic cap. But I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I love everything about it except that I'm a fidgeter and I will fidget. So I tend to like Pilot brand, and I have a few TWSBIs that I like a lot, and I like my Kawaii. I have some vintage pens that I like, and some what I would call, so I guess technically some are definitely mid-century modern if you're talking houses, but like they're from the 80s, 90s, so they would be considered, spam risk call right in the middle of this. What I am using right now is a Pilot Grande. I really like it. I like how wet it writes, even though it is a Pilot, and I like how it feels in my hand. I also have a Pens by Pasquale that I really like a lot. It was a custom pen that I got at the Arkansas show. I like how he makes his sections. I don't have it in front of me. And right now I've been using, I tend to like gel pens when I'm going to use something that's not a fountain pen, even though I'm left-handed. So I need pens that the ink to dry quickly, basically. And that's part of how ink is playing a role in my life. And Karina actually likes vintage pens, I think. Yes. Isn't that right?
Yes. Most of my vintage are going to be Pilot and Schaefer. I love Schaefers.
So I do too, because they're wet riders.
Yeah.
I have some old. Did he show you some of the old legacies?
No.
So we had a bunch of legacies when they moved the warehouse from the U.S. to the to China, like when they changed production, and we ended up with hundreds of them.
Oh man.
It took a long time to sell them, but the legacy too, they were great, and I probably still have some laying around.
Yeah. I love the Schaefers.
So Schaefers are good because they do have also a variety of models, and I like having variety within a brand, so then I can like like stick with the same brand and feel good about it.
Yes.
And you also said you like Pilot.
I do. I have 2 old 74s, and then I have some old cross pens. I have 2 old cross pens.
I think everybody has some.
Yeah,
cross
yeah,
pens.
those are like dime a dozen.
Um, so cross was something that back in my day was pretty typical of a high school graduation gift. I think it was pretty standard. I don't know about the 60s. Honey, in the 60s were cross a standard graduation gift, or was that more 70s, 80s?
Late 70s.
Because I was 80s, they were late 70s, and we all got cross pens. I had an aunt that, because I came from a big family, I had one aunt, it was her job to, everybody knew you were going to get a cross pen from her. It was like unofficial, kind of like, you know how people have Christmas, and it's like, oh, such and such is always going to bring this thing,
Yeah.
such and such is always going to bring this. It was the same thing. That aunt was always going to get the cross pen. Like you knew you were going to get one from her. And I still have it. I don't use it, but I still have it. My dad was a big cross pen user too, and he did calligraphy. I'm more of a journaler. So we were talking inks as well. What are your top 3 inks?
Okay. Based on
I flipped
color,
the camera.
my absolute favorite purple, and I don't know why it's my favorite purple because there's more that I like out there, but it is a Colorverse Delicious Sleep.
Okay.
I love that color. And then
On any paper, or is it a certain paper?
on any paper, I just like the way it looks.
Okay.
And then my brown ink that I really like, even though it's scented, I like KWZ. It smells like coffee.
Oh, it's so good though.
Yes.
It is such a KWZ ink is hard to go
Yes.
wrong with. Mike and I both use it.
Yeah, I love that brown ink. And then for my other brown ink is Tom Studios Sepia.
I haven't tried it.
Oh,
Jasmine tested it and Kelly tested it, but I didn't try
yeah,
it.
I like it.
I'll have to try it, I guess.
And then my favorite black ink right now, it's between 2. One, I like the Cartier black ink, which if you can find it online, get it. I like it. It's got a really nice gray undertone to it. And then my other favorite black ink right now is going to be Birmingham.
So tell me this: how many blacks have you tried?
Okay, so I've done the Shokuro black. I've done the carbon black. I've tried organics black. I've tried
So actually, there's not a lot of them because we have about 60
No.
blacks.
yeah, I haven't tried all of them. I need to because I like a good black ink.
Okay.
But I like black with like undertones.
Well, I like blue blacks for that reason.
Yeah.
So I like a blue. I'll take a good blue black. Like
Yeah.
I actually like Schaefer blue black a lot,
Mhm.
and it leans into the teal blue black
Oh, okay, okay.
because I like that undertone that
Yeah.
it has.
Yeah,
I don't tend to use blacks though because I always had to for work, so I swore
Yeah.
off black inks.
yeah,
But if I'm gonna do it, it'll be like a blue black.
yeah.
KWZ also makes 2 really good blue
I need to
blacks.
go. I need to try it.
But again, I'm more blue black than true black because I like the undertones.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I like that.
and then there's a green black from Diamond. Like, it's,
Oh yeah.
have you tried like the red blacks, green blacks?
No.
And Diatramentis does the same thing. They're so close to black. They have just that little bit of undertone.
See, and that's what I like. I like that slightly where you think it's black, but it might be something else.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
then
that
you
color.
also like say that you're writing. You know it's yours if you go back later.
Mhm. Yeah. That's
so,
true.
and that's one of the pluses to iron gall too. Is it darkens? Have you used any iron
I
galls?
haven't used iron.
They're actually really good in
I was
vintage.
afraid to use iron gall.
So, in our podcast, we're going to be talking about it. Iron galls were really meant for vintage pens.
Oh,
So
okay.
KWZ, it's actually his initials, Conrad's initials.
Uh-huh.
He was a vintage pen user and collector, and he started making ink for his vintage pens.
Oh, okay.
And so he used the traditional methods and the
Mhm.
traditional iron gall, but then he modernized it so that it's safe in the newer pens. Because I got argument from people when we
Mhm.
first started carrying it, so I actually started testing it all. That's one of the reasons I started testing ink. But KWZ, safe in all the pens.
I'm gonna have to
The
get
other
some
thing
of
is Van tests a lot of our vintage pens in vintage. And then
Mhm.
I had Karina test a couple of inks that I'm not sure I'm going to carry, actually. But I had you test them
Yep.
in the vintage
Yeah.
because we do want things tested.
Yeah, I usually I put all the inks in my vintage and make sure they don't skip, that they don't hard start, they don't gunk up, they don't feather. So yeah, that's actually fun.
And then what she found out, because she hasn't really tested that many yet, was that some of them are boring.
Yeah, that is true. There's lots of inks and some are just very basic. They're your
And do I want more ink
Basic.
that's basic?
right.
I mean, because we do have a lot of basics, and so if people are bringing in a brand and it's a newer brand and they want us to carry it, we're testing it all
Yeah.
first. And then it's like, okay, what do I add to, like, what does it add to what we have?
Right. Because I mean, nowadays people want a little different. They want a shading. They want a
Mhm.
little sheening, a little shimmer. When it's just like a basic, everyday, 20 different other brands carry the same color of
Mhm.
blue, then it's like
Right. And that's kind of even where I'm at, is when I decide. Somebody's saying my mom got an engraved cross for her 1969 graduation. And somebody else says they got the cross pin from Venice when it was on 12th and University. So that's cool that you guys are familiar with all the cross pins. I'm just trying to read the comments as we. But if you guys have a favorite ink, you can let us know as well. Or if there's something you think we should try. I know there's inks that I don't carry. Sometimes there's a reason. Even down to the one, we're not naming the one that I had her testing, because I had tested it and was like, meh. Chandra and I were both meh on it. So it's like, okay, maybe somebody else should try it, because maybe it's just us because we've tested too much ink.
right.
And then when I got from you,
Yeah.
and then there's another brand I also have her now testing, and it's from outside of the U.S. This other one was in the U.S. and
Yeah.
this is from outside of the U.S. And you said it's a mixed bag, right?
It is. Certain colors are basic. There's shimmers. I like them, but I feel like there's already ones that look exactly. But some of two of the basic colors that I tested, they were actually really nice.
So that leaves me going, I'm really digging the new red brown ink from Tasha. Okay. Somebody said Parker blue black. It's hard to go wrong with this. I'm glad other people like blue blacks too. I feel like that gives you the little bit of something that you need. The new red brown from Tasha. I guess I'm gonna have to look, because now I've forgotten the names in the move. I've forgotten all the new ones. I love Tasha ink.
Me too.
Love
Me
it.
too.
Like, I've not met a Tasha ink that I didn't like.
Me too. I have a couple of them.
Even down to there, they have a Momo pink, and I don't usually like pink ink, and I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pink. I'm not a
But
big fan
I
of
like
pink and
that
orange.
one. Yeah, I'm not an orange fan
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
But orange is popular though.
It is. A lot of people like the oranges.
I do like, there's several that I like in there. They have a purple that I like. It's a muted purple.
Mhm.
And like a dark muted purple in one of their collections that I like, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But somebody forgot the name. Well, if you remember the name, you might be able to spell it, but you probably couldn't pronounce
Right,
it.
yeah.
That's one of the problems with the.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't love red ink typically, but Wearing Gold Dracula makes my heart sing. Okay, Wearing Gold Dracula was insanely popular when it came out. That was something we could not keep in stock.
See, I like a red. I'm still on the search for a true, you just cut yourself blood color. Like, I am on the search for
I
that
have
type
several of those, but we discussed this as like, okay, not you and I, but somebody else and I discussed it. It was like, well, do you want it right after like when it's the bright red, or do you want it like
after
like,
it's
because I'm
done.
really honest, like closer to when it's about to scab over.
Yeah.
Like, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for right whenever you cut yourself, that bright red, but it has to be like a true red, not an orange red.
Yes.
You know, so it has to
Actually,
be that
Diamine
true red.
and Robert Oster both make some good reds.
Mhm.
They don't have orange in them.
Yeah. Right now, the one I'm using Wearing Gold's Captain Hook, because that one is a nice red.
Oh, that is a good red.
Yeah. And then Sinner's Blood. I have that in my shaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say the Rider's Blood
Mhm.
was not like I was hoping for more of a.
No, I don't like Rider's Blood.
It's
Ox
okay,
Blood
but it's
is-
not what I was thinking it would be.
Yeah, yeah. I choose Ox Blood over Rider's
Oh,
Blood.
that's true. Okay, somebody's saying Schaefer Red is old school red. So I loved the old Schaefer Red. It was probably my favorite red, but they changed the ownership and the ink is not coming out the same as it used to. People need to know Schaefer's been bought out several times, so the formula has changed. The Schaefer, I have an old bottle of it. The Schaefer Red this person's talking about,
Mhm.
truly one of the good reds.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he or she is right. It's DD11. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it was so good. Let's see. don't necessarily need more brands to choose from. There are plenty of good ones. Somebody's saying that. I don't like. I agree, and that's where I'm at. Are you what? Bengara. Is that an ink? Are you silent, Bengara, or is that a me?
What
Be, look, it says.
Are you silent? I have no idea.
Okay, I don't know if that's an ink or if that's a comment.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm glad you guys are all discussing the reds too. Are you silent? Dominant Industry Romania red. Have you tried it? It's
No.
actually not bad.
No, but
I
I
forgot
like
about
their
it.
blue. They have a blue that I have. I forgot what it's called.
Well, she'll get plenty of time to test
Oh,
and
yeah.
play with all the ink. There'll
Trust
be
me.
stuff that comes in damaged.
I have a little on my notes app. I have all the ones that I
As
want
you
to
were
try.
She actually put Waringle on the shelves when it was the first test that I gave her because I thought we're going to start at the end of the alphabet and work back. So she got to see every single Waringle that was
Yes.
here.
I was like, oh, I haven't tried this one. Oh, not this one either.
But the Dominant Industry is a good one as well. And they also have a Christmas red that I forgot about. And sometimes those Christmas reds, if it's a traditional Christmas red,
Yeah.
those are going to lean into that darker red side
Yeah.
instead of the bright orangey red
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Those are great, you guys. Great suggestions. So let's see. Here, this is empty because it's going to be the calligraphy and like dib pens and things like that area. And we're going to put pencils here as well. So like pencil leads and things like that. That'll end up on this aisle, but you can see it's mostly empty because we haven't gotten to it. We keep changing what the priority is as we're putting things on the shelves. So like last night when I was doing the Galen, it's because we kept pulling Galen. And then if something else has to be pulled, then we decide to change. Twisby, I had her start doing Twisby because we know that the Twisby, the new pink, which the name is escaping me, but it looks like it's going to be a good one. They're on the way. So we needed to get Twisby out because with that new one coming in, we needed to figure out the system. So we started at the beginning of the alphabet on the pens and got all the way to L. And then because I'm waiting on Leonardo to come in, we stopped. And I started putting stickers on the shelves because I'm estimating where I think things will end up. And I've been pretty close on hitting where things will end up. I've missed on a few things, but like say a fixture. Somebody's saying pink lemonade. Is that something I should know?
Oh no, that's the name of the.
Oh, the new pen. Oh my gosh. We were in the middle of moving, so when I knew that I asked Mike to order it because I think I was driving back and forth from Little Rock to Fort Smith at the time, and it is about 2.5 hour drive. So I'm having him order, and we only got about half of what we ordered. And my guess would be if you guys are wanting it, you need to plan on being on the site at the time because I'm probably not the only retailer that only got half of my order. Actually, I got less than half of what we wanted, honestly. So it's going to be pretty limited, and they've already said it will be several months before they get more. Know that, people. I would actually go straight to some of the, like the notifications and do the pre-order. I think it's on the 30th. It's coming up in a few days, but it hasn't arrived yet. But the pens will. They've already shipped. So we have Leonardo's coming in. We have we just got a restock of Pilot that Kayla was checking in, and we have the pink lemonade apparently. The pre-order is always like the day or two before. Mike, do you remember when the pre-order for pink lemonade is? Do you remember it? You can't remember. But they always allow pre-order a day or two before, and that's the rules that we follow. So you can pre-order, pay for it, it just won't ship until the day of release. I feel like it's 2 days before, but I may be wrong. And we end up with them piled everywhere for 2 days. And because we had let the stock get low on all the merchandise here, because of our move, we're steady getting stuff in. So hopefully the timing works out that other things are coming in. Like the new Kuwaikos, they should be here probably Wednesday. I know internationally Kuwaiko released those new lunar blues, light and dark blue, and they released something else. They released several things. They're all on their way here. The other thing is, if you guys are going to the DC Pen Show, I will actually have the do-it-yourself Kuwaiko set up there at the DC Pen Show. just so you know, for those who are going. I know that there's an event in New York like the week before, or next week. I think it's in less than a week. And then DC is in like 2 weeks. And am I ready? Heck no. Am I ever ready for a pen show? Also, no. Marble Ocean Kawaiko. There you go. Marble Ocean. I was wanting to say like Blue Lagoon or something, and I couldn't remember. So, see, the customers know it better than I do. I've given up remembering. Also going into like a kind of hard time of year for me, so my brain kind of protects itself a little bit this time of year, and I have a little more memory problem than even is normal for me, which is saying something. So you guys can see though, and again, the Kawaiko should be here. They shipped yesterday from, I want to say Indiana or Ohio. That's what I'm thinking. They'll be here Tuesday or Wednesday. I love the look of that, the blue ones too. I've already been asked if I'll compare to the iridescent and to the green, so I will check those because I'm not sure on the light ones how close they are. But we'll find out because I'll show you guys. I'm trying to get into social media a little bit more during the move. It makes it easy because I am trying to unpack and move things around. Somehow I always end up with videos when I'm doing the rickshaw. It just feels like that ends up being something that I'm doing at the time. But the Kawaikos are hard to go wrong with. I have several limited edition Kawaikos that I really like. I use them. I also, if we're talking inks, there's several J. Urbans that I like as well. There's 2 dark purple J. Urbans that I use. They want us to start calling them Jacques Urban, but around here we say Jackie Urban. They don't want us to do the abbreviation anymore. They had us change it on the website. They're wanting to go to the full name for all of their lineup, whether it's the high end or the low end inks and products, that kind of thing, just as an FYI. That's kind of a separate conversation-ish. Like brands changing themselves up a little bit. It needs to happen every few years, I think, for these companies, especially if you're as old as we are, or as old as J. Urban is, right? A little bit of change, but not like too much, because we can't handle too much change. I struggle with change, and here I did all this mess. If you guys have any questions, we can be found at Vaness online, Vaness1938.com, sorry. Vaness1938.com, VANNESS 1938.com. There are fake sites out there. I did get a message yesterday for a fake site. Those pop up periodically. Really look before you order, because we've had people who had lost money over it. Somebody says, like how we in Arkansas pronounce petit jean, right? Like petite jean. We could do that, right? That's true. Petit jean is a little mountain area in Arkansas. If you have any, like I said, if you have any questions, you can find us 24/7, Vaness1938.com. You can email us. Right now I'm so far behind on emails, but Jasmine's handling it. She is in Little Rock at a basically almost empty warehouse, not quite empty, and we still have things there. And for locals, when we have the next Pen Club meetup in September, I do have things that you guys can pick from that will be free, like some displays and stuff, things that we're not bringing here. Vaness online, VANNESS online at gmail.com. That's how you can message me, and I'll get to the emails, or Jasmine will. Or you can find me on Instagram. I get on there more than I get anywhere else. And again, you can also find me on the Paper Trail podcast. And in October, let's see, beginning of August, DC, end of August, San Francisco Pen Show. By the way, at the San Fran show, I'm hosting the karaoke night. I'm super excited. Haven't come up with the song I'll sing, but I shouldn't have to be the singer. I should get to listen to everybody else, right? Super excited about that. And then September is Dallas, and October is our own event Joe and I are putting on for On the Paper Trail. That'll be in Nashville till we can meet up on a larger scale. So we're capping it in the 250 people range because we want to be able to have classes, seminars. We want to enjoy ourselves. A lot of these big shows are so overwhelming. We don't really get to enjoy that we are actually pen people. I'm really more of a journaler, and I like color. So the pens are the way that I get my favorite colors onto the page. And that is how this started. So again, if you have any questions, vanessonline@gmail.com. Or come and hang out with us whenever I do another live. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Oh, I put my hand in front of it.